How's everybody doing? We're going to do a quick little unboxing and a product demo that I think a lot of you might like. If you have recently bought an RG Ally, you may have been one of the people who were like, hey, a storage is not enough for me, Chief. And you may have bought a 1 or 2 terabyte NVMe drive. Or you may be like me and you've got other leftover NVMe drives out of computers that you've decided that it wasn't enough storage for you either. Or you just like a convenient way to have a nice backup drive and not spend a whole ton of money on it. It's sometimes cheaper to DIY and have a spare NVMe drive and buy one of these little enclosures. So it's a tool-free design, which is great because some of them you would normally need like a screwdriver to install. Also, this is my old one. It's seen its better days, but this design was kind of the older way where it had like these little tabs and they would often break or get stuck, and it was just kind of a pain. This one has an aluminum housing, and it is a pretty decent quality chunk of metal. So it says it can do up to 10 gigabytes per second. It will support 2230 all the way up to 2280. So if you have any size drive, this will support it. So without further ado, let's get into it. This will be my first time taking it out of the box. I'm just going to show it to you exactly how I got it. I'm just going to lay out all the components here. These little bags are always a challenge for me to get into. So it does have a short but thick C-to-C cable, which is always a nice bonus to have. I do have my own here. I will be testing with both. There shouldn't be any proprietary mess going on with this cable. You should be able to use just a regular old C-to-C, but this is a chunky boy right here. And then in case you don't have a PC or device that has USB-C, they also give you the standard USB, I guess that's 2.1 or either 3.0. I'm not quite sure which one they're giving us here, but I would assume it's probably 3.0. But nonetheless, you'll be covered no matter what type of device you're trying to plug this into. It does have something written in French. I'm not very fluent in French. There is a user manual and an FCC statement. Don't think we'll need that. It does come with a printed manual, which is always nice because some products are gearing more towards PDF files and making you go on the internet to find the manual, and I'm not about that life. So it does show you how to install the thermal pad and how to make sure you set everything up correctly. It does seem pretty straightforward and easy. I think this comes with a thermal pad. I actually haven't checked, but I do have my own. As any good computer hardware enthusiast should, you should always have backup thermal pads. Ooh, now this is a silicone case that goes on the outer part. It's very smooth. That is an awfully thick thermal pad, my guys. That is an awfully thick thermal pad. That has got to be a 2mm pad, I would assume. Millimeters would help, right? 2mm. So it's a 2mm pad that this comes with. This plastic stopper is going to stop your NVMe drive from moving in and out. It's gonna fit in kind of like so, and it looks to be a latched design, which seems very intuitive. I do like that latch design. Some newer motherboards come with that. So let's check this out. Nope, only goes in one way. Always like to test that, because if you start to try to plug this in the wrong way, you'll know immediately. Ooh. It kind of like pops out. It's like spring loaded. That's like a fidget toy. I like that. That's a nice touch. The toolless design, and yeah, there is some type of spring mechanism inside of here. Solid metal, not plastic. So it actually should help you with thermals a little bit. We're just going to do a quick test fit. Oh, it does fit in there pretty well. Aha, look at that. That is so much nicer than the other ones that I've used. That is so much nicer than having to use that little flip tab design. I'll do some long-term testing and get back with you on the thermals. But I'm in love with this design, actually. Let's put the outer little housing protector on it and see how hard this is to slide on. It should be pretty easy since it's a slicker material. Oh yeah. That's going on. This is a very well designed product for its price point. I think this price point at I think I paid 25 bucks for this. That's a good value because that right there feels very well made. This outer housing protector is going to protect it a little bit from drops and falls. Now the one thing I want to make sure is it doesn't just fall out. Nope. So even if it bangs up against stuff, you still have to push that pretty decent to be able to get it to pop out. So I do have some confidence there that that shouldn't pop out. Let's feel the USB connector, feel if it feels pretty good. Solid. Plugs in really nice. Takes a good bit of force to pull out, so it seems like a solid connector right there. I think a little thermal pad goop got on there. Solid 9 out of 10. It gets my stamp of approval for 25 bucks. I think that's a great addition to anyone's tech collection or anyone who wants to take their 2230 out of their ROG Ally or their Steam Deck. Let's see how well that fits. Where's the little button? We're going to put that bad boy in there. And then try to get that lined up there. So now we have the ROG Ally factory NVMe drive, Steam Deck NVMe drive, all are going to be able to just go right on in. So make sure that you wobble that and kind of get that pressed in there all the way, or else it won't stick in all the way. That's the only fiddly bit so far that kind of I could point out as a spot to pay attention to. Other than that, that's nice. Let's see how easy that comes back out. Easy. And now we can we do a double-sided? Yes, it does fit double-sided ones very well. Awesome. I can't wait to do some testing with this over the next week or so, and I'll get back with you. We'll try to test it on the ROG Ally. We'll try to connect it straight up to the dock itself, and we'll also try to connect it to the device itself. So if this video is helpful or you like this product, I'll try to leave a link in the description below. It's not a sponsored link. They didn't reach out to me or anything like that. I just thought this was a very neat product that a lot of people had recommended, and I figured I'd give it a try for myself and see how it is. So here's the unboxing portion. Stay tuned for the testing portion. Hope all of y'all have a good afternoon, good evening, or good night.